Hey everyone, Melanie Minshinger here, illustrator for Gina K Designs. Today I've got some really fun projects for you with one of my newest sets from Gina K Designs, Beautiful Bees, and I am pairing it with a set that is sadly retiring forever this week. This Girl Is. So the Beautiful Bees set came out a few months ago, and I really enjoyed making these really simple but really strong and effective bee pun cards by using the different bee images in the set along with the large bold adjectives in my This Girl Is set. I just found out it's retiring. It's currently 75% off for just $6. You are getting so many different stamps in here that you can use. Even if you're not interested in using the girl images, and I've got a bunch of videos and ideas on my blog for how you can paper piece these, different ways that you can color them, personalize the hair. It's going to be hard to say goodbye. But for the words alone, all these different female relationships, the mother, friend, sister, aunt, it's just a very versatile set. So I encourage you to use this, especially if you have these bees, because it's so fun to tell someone, be brave, be strong, be joyful, and I'll show you a few more at the end. So I'm going to show you really quickly how to make this card and then also point to another set that would be really fun for using with the bees. Minimal supplies for today's project in addition to the bee set, and then if you use the This Girl Is set with it, I have got some of the Gina K Pure Luxury cardstock. This is the wild dandelion, the black onyx, and the white. Optional, but if you want, I have used some of the Master Layouts 2 dies to create that dashed matte and then the matte behind it. So just nice and clean and crisp. I use it on these 2 cards. I've already pre-cut that, so just some kind of die cutting machine. The ink I'm using today, I've got the Gina K Designs Obsidian amalgam ink for doing my stamping. Optional if you want to use some of the little rainbow clay hearts that she has, or I can show you a little heart image that I have in the This Girl Is set. I die cut all these bees, but today I'm just going to be stamping it directly onto my mat. So I do have the Beautiful Bees coordinating dies if you're interested in that. And then if you want to create a sky background, I just did all these in white because I think it's just really clean and effective to just focus on that Be Brave. But if you want to create a sky, I've got some Gina K Sea Glass ink here, and I've got one of the new blending brushes. These came out on December 28th, just last night. So I'll just sponge a really simple sky on this one, just so that you can see how that looks and how that blending brush works if you haven't used that before. Okay, so let's go ahead, and if I left something out, oh, and then just some markers to color the bee with. So these are some alcohol markers from Arteza. I've got the 937 and the 944, and these both come from that 120 set of Arteza Everblend markers. And then just something to stamp with, I guess. The MISTI, you can use that. I really like this for with the bee, just so I can get it nice and strong, or some small blocks for those words or the bee if you don't have a MISTI. So let's begin by picking out what word we want to say, what sentiment we want to say rather. And you've got these little tiny ones as well. Let me show you one other one that I did. I chose to make this Be Creative one here. So I've got the bees subbing in for the yellow, and then just stamp the hexagons around it. This is actually in Red Hot, Sweet Mango, excuse me, Lucky Clover, and Blue Lagoon. Those are all Gina K colors. And then I just stamped in that creative. So you have some little tiny words as well. Okay, so let's stamp our bee. And I think, let's see, which bee do I want to use here? Now, which word? I've got so many options. So I kind of want to use a word maybe that I didn't use yet. Let me do Be Beautiful. I'll do that one. Okay. And I think I want to do, I really like just this bee that you can see, just the top view. But we've got side view bees, we've got ones that are hanging, we've got ones that are flying. So a lot of different ways to use them. And then if you want to stamp them at the same time, you can. Actually, I think I want to do, maybe do it at an angle if we're going to do a sky around it. Okay, So let's go ahead, and then I'm going to do the beautiful on here. Just stamp them both at this. Ah, that's faithful. Where is the beautiful? I just pulled it off. There we go. Okay. Just cleaned up my desk, and it's so clean I can't find anything somehow. Be beautiful. All right. So I'm going to ink this up. Press. And I can do it again if I want it to be a little bit more solid on that B. Make sure it didn't move around, and you've got your magnets on there. Okay, so there is my mat. And I'll go ahead and I will sponge or blend on just a little bit of this blue. And you can leave it in here or you can pull it out. I think I'm going to leave it in here, and then I don't have to worry about getting it on my craft mat. So I'm just going to swirl this on. You can tap it off onto some scratch paper if you want, or you can just start gently swirling it on. And I typically have to heat set my amalgam inks or just give them time to dry, just because I think the humidity here in Texas. So if you have that problem at all, you might want to do your blending first so that you're not going over that word. So see how you're not getting any lines. It's just really nice and subtle. Put some up here. Maybe just a little bit going through that wing so it looks more translucent. Okay. All right, so there is my simple sky. And these come in 2-packs, 4-packs, or you can get 10 in the stand. I really like how they're white because it's so easy to see. This is my blue. Sometimes that's hard on a darker brush. And you can wash those off as well, but I'm just going to be keeping these all with a color group for each one, and then just leave them like that because I'm kind of lazy about coloring my stuff, or cleaning my stuff rather. So I'm going to do some very gentle, simple coloring on here. I'm taking that lighter yellow, and I'm leaving a space in between there just so that kind of looks like a highlight to make it look a little bit more dimensional. And then this darker one is going to be on that outer edge. Hopefully you can see that. Just takes almost no coloring on this bee. All right, and then if you want, pull this out, you can add a little clay heart. Oh, and I forgot to say just a little bit of the Gina K Connect glue. I think I hid the Connect glue from myself when I cleaned my desk. Okay, that's all right. So I'm going to stamp on one of the little hearts from the This Girl Is set. And I just think that would be kind of sweet. Because it's just one tiny little stamp, I'm going to go ahead and use my block. So I'm going to do just one there. So there's the little heart. And I would take a marker. I'm going to grab a red marker just real quick. Back behind me. So this is the 411. Just fill that in. All right, so that's it. So then I would just layer this onto that mat. And these are just perfectly cut. And then center it on so you've got this little Be Beautiful. So these are so easy to make. So let me show you just those cards again. So on this Be Brave, I tried to do just a little dash line to make it look like it is just flying straight with purpose. It's not stopping. It's not meandering around like bees normally do. It's on a mission. This Be Strong, I just loved having that little clay heart on there, thinking about how it's just so strong and brave. And then this Joyful, I did some blending here with a stencil to make this sunburst. And I just think that's a great way to frame up that Joyful. And then I used one of those little rainbow hearts again on the eye to dot that. Here's one I did with Faithful. This is actually with the new layered stencil set that also came out last night with the blending brushes, the A Little Love layered stencil set. And so I just blended these in, excuse me, with some of the wild dandelion ink, the apple mint, and then a little bit of that blue lagoon. Don't always have to use green on those leaves. So there's a Be Faithful one. Showed you the Be Creative. Here's a little t-shirt card I made, and this one has Courageous in it, and so that is not in the This Girl Is set, but it is in another set that is retiring, and this is the Men of Faith set. So again, this is another great word building set that is only $6 right now. So you have all these adjectives, but then you have all those male relationships so that you can wish your dad, your son, your cousin, your uncle a very masculine happy birthday or other occasion. So this is a really great set to have in your toolbox if you make any masculine cards. So I hope you enjoy this idea for how to use those words. They're really, really useful to just make sure that you have a good catalog of greetings, even if a particular theme maybe just doesn't specifically speak to you or you have a need for it. Those words, when they cost just $6 for the entire set, are a super good value. I'm going to come back with another retiring set for my next video. Thanks so much for watching, and I also want to take this opportunity to point out that all of those videos will stay on my channel. So if you buy any of the sets now, or if you have any of my sets that I've designed in the past, those playlists will stay up so that you can continue to get inspiration for those sets and learn those techniques and use them with other sets that you do. Thanks so much for watching today. I'm going to wish you a happy new year if I don't see you back, and looking forward to more videos in 2021. Thanks for watching. God bless.